Shalom and welcome to another in our series of podcasts from Temple Beth Am, a dynamic center for conservative Judaism in Los Angeles. This is Meditation and Mindfulness with Rabbi Adam Kligfeld.
In Parshat Chayei Sarah, which we're reading tomorrow, when the Torah describes Abraham as Zakein, old, Ba Bayamim. Very hard phrase to translate. Ba means to come. Bayamim, in days, coming in days. Does it mean just he lived a long time? What does that mean? The Sfat Emet, one of the rabbis of the Ger Hasidic dynasty, says Zakein, old, already tells us that he's old. So whatever Ba Bayamim means, it can't mean just something related to his age. It has to do with how he went through his days. And his understanding of it is Abraham came through his days. In what way did he come through his days? Imagine a scenario where every inspiration you ever felt, you could hold on to and access. It's an impossible thing to fantasize, but just imagine if you could. Every moment of inspiration from every teacher, every piece of wisdom, every illumination of your mind that you remembered, held on to, gathered, and had access to at all times, it was always there. I want to suggest that our body and our psyche does that, even if we can't always access it. Sometimes I feel that I really needed to. I could remember everything that ever happened in my life. Because you think of one moment in third grade and then 10 moments around it just come back to you. It's there. The question is, how do we find it? So this meditation is going to be about trying to find hidden inspirations. Okay. And again, thank you, Rav Yosef Goldman, for that beautiful piece of Torah. I'm going to ask everyone to close your eyes, as I'm doing. Oh, let yourself breathe with sound. Meaning, don't just require yourself to breathe quietly. You can sigh. You can let your voice be a part of your breathing. So it's not just air coming in and out, but emotion. If you think of it that way, when you do it without the sound, you're holding back an emotion. Mm-hmm. It can be a deeper level of cleansing to not just be aware of your breath, but attached to your breath, a vocalization, a word, or just a barbaric yawp, just a sound that comes from deep within your body that expresses something about what this moment is to you. If you haven't already, place your feet flat on the ground in front of you. Feel that connection between you and the earth. I sometimes point your attention to the fact that you should think of the following two forces simultaneously. One is gravity pulling you down, a heaviness. And the other, the earth holding you up, a ledge, a support. It actually changes what you feel in your feet and in your body on the chair when you're thinking of yourself not just sinking in, but being propped up. And you can think of this moment itself as being one that you are sinking into, but that is also propping you up. Bring your mind to your back. See if you can make the straightest line possible from the tailbone through the top of your head. Straight, utterly vertical. You may have to readjust your position a bit to get that. An utter verticality there that allows the rest of your body, your limbs, your hips, your knees, your fingers, even your ears, to droop, to just hang off of that vertical pole. Notice the parts of your body that feel heavy, or which tingle, or which just appear into your consciousness even though they weren't there a second ago. What part of your body is saying hello to you? Don't think about why. Just say hello back. And what part of your body remains in slumber, a part of this meditation, but sleeping through it? It might need it. As always, come back to your breathing if and when your mind strays and you become distracted. And you can either listen to the actual and specific words that I'm saying or let your consciousness float above them, only peripherally aware of what I'm asking you to focus on. I want you to imagine your mind as kind of a closed system with many, many windows. When a particular window is open, a memory comes through. But when it's closed, the memory's still there, you're just not experiencing it. And when other windows open, knowledge flows through, things that you know. You know them even when you are not thinking that you know them, but the open window allows you to actually access them. Right? We are not aware of or accessing all the things we know at any given time. A window opens and that knowledge flows through. Other windows open up and people in our lives, relationships flow through. We are in relationship with many more people than we are relating to in any given instant. Our friends and cousins and colleagues and people who are in our life, even if they're not in our life at this moment, a window opens and they flow to you. And I want you to literally picture yourself go to a window. And however you're constructing this in your mind, that it is your mind in this closed system, but you are going to a window and you open that window. See that window in your mind's eye. What does it look like? How big is it? What's the shape? What's the mechanism by which you're opening it? Are you opening a latch? Are you twisting a dial? But a window opens. And in flows a memory of an inspiration, a memory of a moment of wisdom that you have not thought about in a long time. You don't know why it's coming to you right now. You don't know why you opened this window. You don't know why it's there, but it is. And allow this memory in all of its contours and the content of the inspiration flow back into you as if every part of your body is relearning and remembering and being inspired by this wisdom. What does it feel like to think about this again and be surprised that you are? What does it feel like to uncover something which really was there? It's just been behind a closed window. And who or what is pulled along in this window? What person or people are attached to this moment of inspiration that are also now in your consciousness? The one thing I want you not to do is to ask of yourself what to do with this wisdom. You're not here to apply. This is not a utilitarian exercise, just to feel yourself being re-inspired. As a reminder that you could potentially open up hundreds of windows today, thousands, and access this repository without limit. What a richness. What a fullness. What a way of being ba biyamim, coming through your days in this way. And before we go into a few minutes of quiet, ask yourself what it would take to make this particular window just more easily found the next time. Easily located in your bank, so that when it is time to draw upon it, you can. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. We'll pull up this closing meditation prayer, which we can recite together. Recite this 3 times. May we and all beings have happiness in the causes of happiness. May we all be free of suffering in the causes of suffering. May we all experience true happiness that has no taint of suffering. May we live in great equanimity, free from burdening attachment to loved ones and contempt for others, but rather with compassion for all. May we and all beings have happiness in the causes of happiness. May we all be free of suffering in the causes of suffering. May we all experience true happiness that has no taint of suffering. May we live in great equanimity, free from burdening attachment to loved ones and contempt for others, but rather with compassion for all. May we and all beings have happiness in the causes of happiness. May we all be free of suffering in the causes of suffering. May we all experience true happiness that has no taint of suffering. And may we live in great equanimity, free from burdening attachment to loved ones and contempt for others, but rather with compassion for all. Say namaste, and shalom, and Shabbat shalom, and I hope to see you all soon.
You have been listening to another in our series of podcasts from Temple Beth Am, a dynamic center for conservative Judaism in Los Angeles. If you enjoy these podcasts, we invite you to write a review on the Apple Podcast site or wherever you get your podcasts. For more information about Temple Beth Am Los Angeles, go to tbala.org.